Good morning, everyone. We are Team 5 and we present Discovering Attrition, a project highlighting the potential causes of attrition among IBM employees. The analysis is performed and based on a public CSV file provided by IBM HR department. In this dataset, each tuple represents an employee uniquely identified by its employee number, with its value of attrition, a Boolean field that identifies the existence or not of attrition. Team 5 decided to import the CSV into MongoDB Compass. Each tuple has become a document and each field has become an attribute of the same. Even though no join was needed, Team 5 could still appreciate the speed of the NoSQL environment. The first step in building a dataset analysis was to define an aggregation pipeline. Step 1 converts a string with a Boolean content to an integer. This step is essential for the statistical analysis that will follow. The second step is optional. It serves to perform further grouping of operations, such as creating some container to discretize a continuous function, in this case, age, or to carry out aggregation calculation, as in this case of a single satisfaction indicator that sums the 3 types of satisfaction indexes available. The third step involves aggregating data according to one or more attributes. The group contains 2 values, the summation of the numerical conversion of attrition and the document count. Step 4, using the 2 values obtained in the previous step, calculates the percentage of attrition as the ratio between cases and total cases. For simplicity, the results are sorted in decreasing order by attrition percentage. And finally, the results are printed inside the collection using the out command. The pipeline execution stores data faster and more intuitively than a SQL environment would allow, avoiding the creation of table or view.
Well, we created the bins for the age variable in MongoDB with a width of 6 years, and we found that the people below the age of 30 have an attrition rate of 28%, whereas the people above the age of 30 years have an attrition rate of 13%. Therefore, we can infer that the people below 30 years of age have the 2 times more attrition rate compared to the people above the age of 30. Next, talking about the total working years, we analyzed the impact of the total working years or experience on the attrition rate. So we found that the people with the 2 years or the fewer years of working experience have an attrition rate of 44%, and those people having a greater than 2 years of working experience have a 14% attrition rate. Well, it's the right time to determine the relationship between these 2 variables and the working experience. So we found that the more older you are, the more working experience you have. Well, this is pretty obvious for everybody. But when we ran the regression on the DFS system, we found that the relationship between these 2 variables is a moderate fit. However, the R-square is 0.46, which is pretty closer to 0.5. So we can say it's a moderate relationship. With respect to the marital status, singles have the 2.5 times higher attrition rate compared to the people with no single status. This brings us to fact that singles keeps on rotating their jobs compared to the married ones. Well, I'm not promoting the marriages and divorces here, but it is what it is. Over to you, Enrique.
Thank you, Noor. By using MongoDB, we evaluated the impact of different variables in the attrition of the employees, expressed in a percentage. According to our model, the probability of an employee to leave the company is 20% higher when doing overtime work. Secondly, we created the same measure for job level. The employees have a higher probability to leave the company if they perform the job level number 1, which stands for entry-level positions, rather than job level 5, which belongs to managers and research directors. Thirdly, the monthly income is highly correlated to a lower probability of attrition. The employees who receive a monthly income lower than $3,000 have a 28% probability of leaving the company. We also created a regression to analyze the correlation of job level and monthly income, which resulted in an R-square of 0.9, which means they are strongly correlated.
Satisfaction. By using MongoDB, we have checked on the treatment of satisfaction, and we have aggregated together all 3 satisfaction, being job satisfaction, environmental satisfaction, relationship satisfaction, and create a check or a code resulting into percentage attrition. In relation to a bundled satisfaction, the results show that the aggregate satisfaction is inversely proportional to attrition. On job level, from the results above, we have concluded that the hypothesis top jobs are the one with low attrition, and that the bottom lower jobs have high attrition is true. Jobs like research director have attrition of 2.5%, while sales representative have attrition of 39.75%. business travel. On business travel, we have had results showing that those who do not travel are the ones with the lowest attrition, followed by those who rarely travel, and the highest are the ones who travel frequently. Thank you so much. Isa, over to you.
Thank you. So as a wrap-up of our analysis, we found out three main insights that highly impact the tendency for attrition on IBMers. Our insights come from the creation of three clusters of them. Here we have the representation of them against their absolute complement. This means that our clusters need to fulfill the two conditions at the same time, like single and under 30, job level 1 and overtime, and travel a lot and low overall satisfaction level. The first one, single employees that have an age under 30 have a probability of up 3 times of attrition than its complement. The second one, employees who are on the job level 1 and do overtime are the most critical cluster because they have up to 4.5 times of attrition. The third cluster is made with IBMers who travel a lot and have an overall low satisfaction. In this case, they have the 2.5 times attrition. As we proved, the main cluster that requires the attention of the HR team of IBM talks about how IBMers perceive their career path on IBM. For this case, it will be important to use the artificial intelligence tools that they are implementing now, like smarter compensation planning and the CC for career development management. Thank you.